pagbibigyan, ang dami mong isusugal. Kung balak mo akong iwan, o ba't mo pa ko minahal? Tanda ko pa ang panghuli mo, katamis na mga salita. Sabi mo, di mo na ako mapapasaya, kaya't alis ka na. Pasensya na pinagparamdam, ayaw uminom ng hati. Kailan ba tayo magkikita? May mga hinanakit pang gustong sigaw. Lagi ang pag-ibig yan, ang dami mong isusugal. Kung balak mo akong iwan, o ba't mo pa ko minahal? Alam kong di tayo tinadhana, ang dami lang pinagmamahal sana. O ba't ka ba nag-abala? Kung magsasawa ka lang din pala. Nasayang bang mga taon ng buhay kong inalay sa iyo? Ba't ba kasi nangyari yun? Hanep ka namang magdesisyon. Nasayang ba ang oras natin magkasama? At sinunan ko pang bayo ng mga tala? Kung pupulitin mo na ang mapang pabalik sa'yo, pabalik sa'yo. Ika'y magmamahal muli. Huwag kang magpapangako kung di mo kayang panindigan. Huwag kang magpapangako kung di mo nga kayang panindigan. Lagi ang pag-ibig yan, ang dami mong isusugal. Kung balak mo akong iwan, o ba't mo pa ko minahal? Sana masaya ka na sa piling niya, sa piling niya. At kahit sinagan ko pa, naglaho ka, naglaho ka. Alam kong di tayo tinadhana, ang dami lang pinagmamahal sana. O ba't ka pa nag-abala? Kung magsasawa ka lang din pala.
What's up, guys? You're tuned in to a special episode of Rappler Live Jam. My name is Amanda, and that song you just heard was called Lang Yang Pag-ibig by our guest for this episode, returning to the Live Jam stage for the 4th time, Ben&Ben.
Hello! Hey!
And to everyone who's watching at home, tweet us with the hashtag Ben&Ben_Rappler. That's Ben, A-N-D, Ben, X-Rappler. So, hi, guys!
Hello!
Welcome back.
What's up?
At this point, you guys need no introduction na talaga. But I will introduce you anyway. So we have Andrew, Paolo, Miguel, Agnes, Kiefer, Jam, Tony, Poch, and Pat.
Hello everyone. It's so
welcome
nice to be
back.
back here sa Rappler. Grabe. Buti kasya pa rin tayo dito. been a while.
Talaga ba?
Lumuwag, no? Lumuwag yung office nila, no?
We made more space for you guys.
No, really, thank you for always having us, and it's always a pleasure to be able to share our new music here at Rappler. So thank you.
So the last time you guys were here was 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Grabe, parang nag-time skip talaga, no?
Oo.
Tsaka nga yung feeling namin kanina, nung nakita ka namin, parang close na tayo, pero laging sa Zoom lang tayo
Oo,
nagkikita.
parang
dati.
it's so great to finally see you guys in person after all those Zoom interviews
Right,
nung lockdown.
Oo.
So,
Tama.
yeah. I mean, it's an understatement to say na ang daming nangyari since the last time you guys were here. Like, yun nga, nagka-pandemic, and then you guys all moved into a house together. You created this wonderful album, Pebble House, nung 2021. Tapos, ayun nga, speaking of that, I mean, nabuo yun because you all lived in this house called Pebble House.
Yeah.
So how have things been? I understand you guys moved out na rin from there. So how have things been for the band since?
Well, actually, sobrang daming nangyari din after the move-in. Pero yung move-in in itself, like recording that album, we just really felt that it was a season wherein, well, we grew closer, definitely. And then, because, living inside a house with so many people for 2 years is no joke. Definitely.
I can imagine.
Masaya siya, challenging siya. But I'm really grateful that we had that experience. And then bringing that out, as we all returned to the outside world, I would say, I guess malaki rin yung miniature namin. And then we found ourselves in so many different experiences after moving out rather. And now we're just so happy to be able to go to different places, meet different people, and share our message and share our music to people all around the Philippines and in other parts of the world.
So na-mention mga going to different places, other parts of the world. You guys recently came from London. And actually, yung reporter namin, si Lian Buwan, shout out kay Lian. Sabi niya, yun, Lian, nakita ka nila doon. Alam nilang nanood ka.
Oh!
So, sabi ni Lian, parang feel niya, kinurate daw yung setlist for her.
Actually, totoo yan.
So, no, speaking of like curating setlists, paano nyo pinipili, like how you're gonna, kasi parang may story, like with your setlists every gig you play. So how do you choose the songs
Oh, good question.
and the order of the
Nagpo-poll
songs?
kami sa Telegram.
Totoo ba?
Nagpo-poll kami sa Instagram, sa Twitter, sa Facebook. Hindi,
We started with what we want to do first. Like, we set yung stage.
Mood.
Set the mood. Tapos we just go from there depending on how we think the audience might want to experience us that day.
Yeah.
Especially for like a place like London where it was our first time performing for Liwanag there. And it was their first time to see us. Parang we wanted to give them a good mix of classics and mga new stuff. So I think it's always a hard thing balancing classics and new material.
Oo, kasi, sige. Sige, okay. Hindi, okay lang.
Sabay na lang. 1.
1, 2, 3, go. Hindi kasi,
I guess yung bottom line for that is we really just try and understand the context of where we're playing also. For example, sa London, we understood that a lot of people who came to watch ay mga kababayan na either hindi pa umuwi ever or matagal nang hindi nakakauwi sa Philippines. So kumbaga, we wanted to give that feeling of home. Kumbaga, bringing a slice of home to them. And whatever that means in terms of like the music that we have so far, that's how we curate it. So it really depends on the event that we play at. But I think all of us can attest that each show that we play has a unique vibe and it has a unique story to tell in terms of like how we remember it So, sobrang grateful lang kami sa kahit saan kami mapadpad po.
Kunyari may kanta na na masaya. Kunyari paninindigan kita. Tapos may mga sisigaw na, ano ba yan? Sana all! Tapos, play kami ng Katang Isip para magbalanse lang. Diba?
Well balanced.
Oo.
Mga ganun.
Yun.
Ano yun, change nyo ba? Like, minsan, pag may naririnig kayong reaction na gano'n, pinapalitan nyo on the
Alam mo,
spot.
may times na on the fly talaga wala siya sa setlist. Pero marami dyan sasabihin nila sana wag. Kasi, kumbaga, naka-mentally prepare ka for a setlist before the show. Pero minsan talaga may feeling na, so how it usually happens is pag may tumalikod na sa amin, tapos parang, mag-iiba na kami ng song.
Okay.
Pero minsan mahirap siya kasi ang hirap mag-pass the message sa stage.
Oo. Mamaya magkaibang kanta yung alam nung nandito tsaka yung nandito, tapos sabay kami nag-start. Diba? Medyo.
That has happened.
Nangyari na ba yun?
Feeling ko maganda rin yun.
Pero yung pinakamalala kapag hindi na pass the message kay Miguel. Kasi si Miguel yung nag-introduce ng song. So, halimbawa, may isang time, parang, so, nakanta para sa pipiliin araw-araw. Tapos biglang sabi, Miguel,
Katang isip pa, katang isip.
sabi, katang isip.
Nagbabago yung meaning ng song. Okay, so, like, I noticed kanina when you guys were performing, yun nga, parang ramdam na ramdam yung emotions nyo every time you perform, like, with every song, no matter kung ilang beses nyo na na-play. So, like, how do you emotionally prepare for that kind of hugot with every performance?
I think we, of course, like, since we're so many in the band, and at any given point in time, we could be going through different things in our life outside the performance. But what we do, as probably some of you have seen, is, of course, we start it with a prayer. And then, there's this thing we do, we call it a chuddle. Para siyang invented word namin.
Ano
Cuddle.
yung word?
Cuddle and
Oo.
huddle.
Para siyang huddle na cheesy, ganun.
Ah.
Tapos, basically, yun yung isa sa mga pinakamahalagang part ng performance for us. Kasi, nayu-unify niya yung energy namin. And actually, it's actually less of like, whatever you're going through, leave that, but it's more of, use that as an energy na dadalhin mo into the performance. Pero, as one. So, when we talk, usually si Kuiper, magbibigay siya ng he just always knows what to say. Every start of the performance, he just says something na nakaka-empower talaga. And then we have a word na basta para siyang whole, it's this ritual we do. And we say, light, energy, feel, hamana, hamana. And then the word of the day. So for example, today ang word namin ay Rappler. So, yun. Kaya yun yung ginagawa namin. And I guess that kind of like resets everything.
Yeah.
Na we respect the performance so much that we really want to give it our all, and that's why we do that.
Ang ganda. So it's like, you tune in with each other.
Yeah.
And like, so crucial yung chuddle and yung prayer.
Sobra. As in, ramdam namin pag hindi siya nangyayari. Na,
Talaga.
Madaming nagkakamali or
God.
pag di kami nagaganon.
So feeling ko dapat i-adapt yan ng lahat ng mga teams.
Uy,
So,
yeah. Kanya-kanya naman yun, syempre. Pero sa amin, mahalaga kasi siya.
So your next song for us, this one is called Paninindigan Kita. It's from 2022.
Yes.
So why year 2000 tagal na nun. Hindi. So why did you choose this song for today? I mean, you released it last year.
Alam mo, I don't think we've performed this a lot in like live performance recordings such as this. Kasi nilabas namin yung song na yun. Ano yan eh? We were already like performing live in front of like different audiences. And then we never got the chance to play it on video like this. Kaya sabi namin, talaga, parang ang dalas na natin kasi siyang tugtugin. Pero what was exciting about this is one of the first few times na mag-record siya on a video like this. Kaya, ayun, yung
Yay.
Paninindigan Kita. And we really love playing that song. Like, yung vibe niya, yung energy niya is always very light.
And makikita nyo mamaya basta pag tinugtog.
Game. Let's hear it. This is Ben&Ben with Paninindigan Kita.
Alright.
Take it away. just tuning in, that was Ben&Ben with Paninindigan Kita, and this is Rappler Live Jam. Tweet us if you're watching, hashtag Ben&Ben X Rappler, Ben, A&D Ben, X Rappler. So, Paninindigan Kita, like, na-mention mo kanina, you guys love performing this song. So, like, what other songs ang favorite nyo? I-perform live.
Andrew,
La, on the spot.
5,
Grabe.
4, 3.
Yung lang ya. Kasi yung lang ya, yung lang yung pag-ibig. When we play that as our first song live, sobrang we get to shake off yung nervousness by just going all out. Ang scary kasi pag yung first song mo medyo tahimik, so dapat relax ka lang muna. So at least playing lang ya and seeing like the crowd's reaction when we get to like really play our hearts out for that first song. Nakakatanggal siya usually ng kaba or BV.
Galing. Totoo yun. Sobrang
Diba?
totoo.
Parang siyang icebreaker, gano'n.
Para siyang initial cardio before the actual workout. Wow!
Warm up.
Workout advice.
Wow.
Ano kaya yung favorite song ni Tony? Ano yung favorite song mo, Tony?
Recitation.
3.
5, 4.
Ngayon, Doors.
Doors. Bakit Doors?
Bakit?
Bakit Doors?
Kasi usually, hindi naman siya masyadong tinutugtog sa set, pero yun yung madalas naming pang soundcheck. Tapos para siyang so every time nagsa-soundcheck kami with that song, iba-iba yung nangyayari. So para siyang mas conversation between us lang muna. Parang okay, usap-usap na tayo, ganito yung gagawin natin mamaya sa show. Para siyang song form of a channel. Yung channel. For me,
Right.
parang
Ang
ganun.
ganda.
So yun.
Ganda.
Tsaka sarap nung jamming sa song na yun.
Mas jamming kasi siya eh. So parang individually, kung ano yung vibe namin that day, lumalabas siya dun sa song, di ba? Parang ganun.
Ako naman, ang favorite song ko ay, natugtugin currently, ay Could Be Something.
Oo nga naman.
The latest single.
Yeah. Hindi, whenever we perform a new song, siya eh, parang yung feeling niya, kinikilala mo rin yung song. Kasi of course, like once you record it and like it's out there, it's a different thing. But when you do it live, na pinaperform mo siya, that's why we love playing live so much. Mas naiintindihan mo rin kung hindi lang siya like pag binasa mo yung lyrics eh, pati pag tinugtog mo siya, may ibig sabihin yung song eh. And yung Could Be Something, for example, it's a song about anticipation of, and like, taking risks, and like, yung feeling na yun na may mangyayari sa'yo pero natatakot ka kung ipagpapatuloy mo o hindi. Kaya ayun, yung Could Be Something. And of course, like, the sound din is quite different for us in terms of like trying something new. So we really enjoy like playing it as it becomes smoother every live performance. So I love playing that song right now.
So may mga songs ba na like, since the songs change, sabi mo nga, with every performance, like, meron bang song ngayon na tinutugtog nyo na parang totally different from when you first released it?
Kwento natin yung yung una nating tinugtog yung Pagtingin or Maybe the Night.
Pagtingin.
Anong siya? Pagtingin. Sige.
I think, yun, Pagtingin and Maybe the Night, yung super iba.
House.
Yung Pagtingin kasi, when we released it didn't have a guitar solo yet. Diba?
Oo.
And
When we were
then,
shooting the music video.
when we were shooting the music video, we had this spontaneous idea na,
Ano kaya kung...
parang magandang may solo part siya. And it was one of the first times na ginawa namin siya sa songs. Tapos, yung thing is, since wala pa siyang recorded na guitar solo, yung ginawa namin, basically, naglagay lang kami ng space, inedit lang namin ng
Yung playback for the music
yung
video.
playback. Kasi sinasabihin mo lang yung tugtog. Kinat lang namin dun sa gitna. Tapos may empty space dun.
Imaginein na lang
Tapos
natin.
imagine
may
na lang,
solo.
in-imagine lang namin na may solo. Tapos si Poch, meron siyang ginawa na parang on the fly
Sa banyo ako, I locked myself nung sinabi ni Paolo yun.
Tapos sabi
So, I had
namin,
to-
tandaan mo yan,
dapat
yun yung
baka-
i-record natin. Oo, yun.
Sulat na daw.
Kasi syempre, kung ano yung tugtugin niya, yun dapat yung lalabas sa
Sa
recording.
recording.
Solo pa naman, no? So,
Oh, so ano siya, baliktad siya, kakaiba siya. Tapos pagkatapos ng music video shoot, tsaka namin ni-record yung
Back to the
solo.
studio.
Balik kami sa
naalala
studio.
mo pa, like, kung paano
Oh, binidyoan namin yun para di niya makalimutan.
Wow.
Yun, sa pagtingin. Tsaka yung thing sa pagtingin, nung una namin siyang tinugtog, syempre, hype na hype kami kasi we really love that song kahit nung bago pa siya ilabas. Tapos, there's this thing na when you always perform a song for the first time. Syempre, kami rin bilang mga music fans at listeners, makikinig ka eh. Tapos, parang papakinggan mo, tapos, i-internalize mo muna siya. Pero nung time na yon, for some reason, ang expectation namin, pag tinugtog namin, parang hype ka agad, ganun. So, nung nangyari, tinugtog namin, tapos enjoy na enjoy kami. Tapos, yung after nung show na yon, parang, after nung song na yon, na pinerform, yung mga tao parang, "Woo!" Tapos kami parang, feeling namin, oh, hindi mo maganda yung song, ganyan. Pero, yan, what we learned is, songs take time to be part of people's lives, I guess. You don't have to rush it. And so we just kept playing that song for a year before people started listening to it more.
talaga?
Yeah.
So even then, like, go lang.
Oo. Ganun. It's always been like that for us. And it's fine. We embrace it.
So at this point, your music is reaching the world. I mean, there's Spotify, obviously, and like, you guys are playing everywhere. Yun nga, galing ka sa London, you're going to Toronto in September. Pwede na ba sabihin yun?
Oh, naka-announce na yun.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys are like reaching the rest of the world. Paano nyo na-reconcile yung, kasi most of your songs are in Tagalog. So syempre may English translation yan for yung mga di marunong mag-Tagalog. Paano yun, iba pa rin though, when it's Tagalog, it hits different. So paano nyo na-reconcile yung meaning nung song with a translation?
Dapat next time may live translation na tayo sa screen, no? Parang habang kumakanta tayo ng Tagalog, may translation na doon. Pwede. Pero right now, in most of the shows that we play in, ano siya sakto siya actually kasi most of the time, yung audience namin, mga kababayan natin. So, marami sa kanila, kahit pa born and raised na sila doon, sabi nga nila, hey, you know what? Because of your songs, I learned more Tagalog. Ganyan. Like, di nila alam yung ibig sabihin ng katang isip. Actually, kahit ako hindi ko alam yung ibig sabihin ng katang isip.
Same.
And then, pero what's nice about it is, we also get feedback from people who are non-Filipinos, saying na even if they don't understand the lyrics, they kind of like feel what the song is about through the vibe of the performance and yung arrangement and yung musicality. So, ang saya din nun. What's nice din though is we also try to write in English. So, we have some songs in English. But I agree with you na, lalo na pagka Pinoy ka, di ba? Yung Filipino hits different talaga eh.
Yeah.
Pero we also try to tell stories in English but in a way that is very Filipino, though, if that makes sense. Because, we want to share our perspectives and our thoughts and our emotions. But also, we have this passion right now of sharing it across the world. So like even with people who don't necessarily understand Filipino. And so we're trying that out right now. That's why we're trying to write a lot in English too.
Mas mahirap ba magsulat in English? For you guys?
Ano siya para sa amin, parang kapag Tagalog season. Tapos pag English season, parang dire-diretso siya na gano'n.
May pinakamahalaga sa amin pag nagsusulat yung flow. And sometimes, kahit ipilit mong gusto magsulat in English, lahat ng mga songs na lumalabas in Filipino. Kaya actually yung Pebble House, yung album na yun, all of those songs are in Filipino. Not because we were very intentional about it from the start, but it just so happened that most of the songs we had during that time ay in Filipino. So yun.
So, speaking of Pebble House, kasi you released it lockdown, so parang hindi nyo pa masyadong like na live
Alam mo, totoo.
discussed.
Oo nga, no?
So, and I love that album. So, like, personally.
Thank
so,
you.
like, with that album specifically, parang you guys came out na parang with something to say. Parang, you were known for your love songs, pero meron kayong songs na like Kapangyarihan or
Right.
like Lunod na
Right.
iba yung theme. So, like, how important is it for you guys that people know what you're standing up for?
I think, sa amin, it is just simply a way of expressing the totality of what we experience sa buhay. Kasi even if, a big part of our life experiences involve falling in love, experiencing love, and experiencing the opposite of that, there are also other realities that we experience as well. Being a citizen, being a part of a community, and being involved basically. And we also have thoughts and worldviews of how we perceive what's happening around us. And so the songs are basically a reflection of that, of those sentiments, of those strong feelings, of what we want to see na change, and what we believe in, I think, at the end of the day. And we're very careful about that, though, and we take our time because it's something that represents all 9 of us in terms of what we believe in. So we really, aside from taking time to make sure the music is the best that it can be, we also talk about the message a lot before we put it out. And so, we were really happy with how it connected with the greater community, with Liwanag, and also, I think more so yung mga sectors of society who really we intended it to reach out to. Kasi parang it's something that I think for us is more fulfilling in a different way than our other songs, because we feel that music suddenly, aside from being something that that entertains or connects in the usual way, also serves like a more substantial purpose. And yun, kumbaga, to be able to make that kind of change, masaya na kami din.
And the way you describe it, parang very personal yung songwriting process, very meticulous kayo about it. So parang, curious lang ako ngayon, like with AI happening right now, would you ever experiment with that in writing your songs?
Right now, no. It's very difficult to, it's a very unknown topic to most of us. But I guess where we are at that is, yung, not just the writing, but even like the way that we create music, it's, we put to the highest priority in it, I guess, the humanness of it. And that with the humanness of it comes the imperfection.
Yeah.
And the I don't know, like yung realness of the experience, whether it's your own or whether it's from another, it has to come from a place that is in reality. I think for us, that's where we come from. And most of it actually is from personal experiences.
Yeah.
So, it's difficult for us to be able to venture into a realm like AI because it's not in line with how we create our music, I think.
Yeah. Walang struggle, kumbaga.
Tsaka dami na namin.
Dami na
Dadating pa
namin,
ng
oo.
isang
Tama
intelligence.
naman.
Dami na eh.
Baka magkaaway pa kami.
True.
Sampu na tayo nun.
Oh.
Dadagdag pa yung AI.
AI member.
So, your next song for us, this one is your current single and current favorite song to play ni Miguel.
Yeah.
So, this one is called Could Be Something.
Right.
Sige, I'll ask you about it later, but for now,
Okay.
take it away. This is Ben&Ben with Could Be Something.
There must be some kind of magic in the way that you capture my heart. Oh, won't it be kinda tragic if we don't give it a start? It's a shot in the dark, but you're always worth the risk. You made me believe in love again. Wish I could be more than just a friend. Can you tell me, ooh, do I have a chance with you? 'Cause I believe enough that this could be something. It's possible that we won't meet halfway. If I do confess, would you stay? Will we return to how it is? Where honesty have no regrets. It's a shot in the dark, but you're always worth the risk. You made me believe in love again. Wish I could be more than just a friend. Can you tell me, ooh, do I have a chance with you? 'Cause I believe enough that this could be something. Even though we could be something, this remind me could be something. Could be something. This remind we could be something. We could be something. We could be
If you're just tuning in, that was Ben&Ben with their current single, Could Be Something. And yeah, if you're watching at home, please again tweet us, hashtag Ben&Ben Rappler. That's hashtag Ben, A-N-D-Ben, Rappler. So this song, wow, like it's so different from what we know of Ben&Ben. Parang every time may bago kayong labas, kasi minsan like sinusulat namin yun like sa site, diba? And we're like, this is Ben&Ben, like you've never heard them before. And this is like really Ben&Ben, like we've never heard before, I guess. So what was the inspiration behind this song?
I think connected to what I've said earlier, na all of our songs come from places which are very real. And for this one, ano siya nanggaling siya sa point na na-realize naming sobrang dami naming mga pagbabago na nangyari sa mga buhay namin. In our personal lives and also like in how we see everything that we're doing. So there was this time when earlier this year na pumunta kaming Hong Kong. Tapos tumugtog kami sa isang international music festival doon. Tapos I guess that experience was so like multi-sensory and like so taking in so many things, realizing that so much has changed and seeing then where the band is headed in terms of like music and in terms of our relationships with each other too. So coming home, and of course like yung vibe, yung energy ng place, sobrang ano siya ang lakas niya. So pag uwi namin, lahat ng yun, mga reflections, mga realizations, translated into music na bago din yung tunog. Kasi parang na-realize mo na, okay, bilang tao, bagong chapter na to sa amin. Bilang banda, medyo ganun din. So, na-realize namin na yung music also kind of, it's still you,
Yeah.
but it's new. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
So,
Rhymes.
oh, right?
You.
Right. And then, nakakatuwa kasi when the lyrics came along, meron kaming mga, syempre, habang pabilis ng pabilis yung galaw ng mundo, marami ring mga bagong words. At yung mga bagong words na nakuha namin, mga situationship, ganyan. Mga
Gen Z words.
mga situationship, mga ka-talking stage, ganyan.
Okay.
So, na-realize namin, sa usapang pag-ibig, yung could be something, yun yung saktong hinuhuli niya pag nandun ka sa ka-talking stage. Kasi alam mo na, na pwede to Pwede siya Parang may chemistry kami, meron kaming, di ko ma-explain, pero hindi mo pa sinasabi. Pero alam nyo pareho na meron. I think itong song na to, nakakatawa. Parang ganun yung sinasabi niya. Tapos dahil mabilis yung tempo niya, parang inaasar ka pa niya na, may something yan pero hindi mo masabi, no? So I guess that's what we came out of this song. And we really love it. It's new. We love playing it and we can't wait to see where it goes.
So para siya sa mga may ka-talking stage.
Right.
Ganun. So like, whenever you do something new or experiment, like how do you, parang, when you guys write songs, do you ever, may parang war between, I want to experiment versus I want to give the fans something that we know they're gonna love for sure.
All the time.
So how do you reconcile that?
Definitely, it's a struggle na it's always present whenever we create. Actually, kahit na mahirap yung simula nun, isa lang din lagi yung pinatutunguhan niya Kasi we find that even if you try and parang strong arm or force like a certain direction where it would go sa sound, sa lyrics, in order to parang fulfill like a certain expectation for yourself or for like the audience. If you let it flow, meron siyang papupuntahan talaga na hirap i-explain nun Pero it's something that, if you've tried like creating something before, like a dance or a painting, a movie, or like even like write something like an essay, there's a point na it just begins to flow freely. And I think no matter the struggle na pinanggagalingan, we always try to reach that point because when we do, we find that it really just converges in a certain direction. And we experienced that sa Could Be Something because it went through so many different versions, but all of that was part of a process for us to get to that point na it just flows freely. And the different thing about this one though specifically was part ng process na yun was really like working with new people na we haven't worked with in our previous music. Yung mga collaborators namin, yung mga co-producers for this song, si Sam Marquez and Tim Marquez of the band One Click Straight. They really like, kumbaga, completed the puzzle for us to make things flow freely. And at the same time, nilabas din ng experience na to lahat kami sa comfort zone namin. So it's really a new journey for us. And we're really building confidence, we're building experience as we go along. But we're excited to see where all of this takes us. Kaya yun.
Can I add?
So parang
Ay.
trust the
Sige.
process.
Yeah,
ganun.
trust the process.
Yung what I like to share with the band, like personally, sobrang excited ako when there's a new direction with music. Because like we have so many favorite bands, favorite artists, na parang ang tagal-tagal na nila, they're releasing their what, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th album. And you still end up finding new favorite songs. And I can't wait to see where all of this takes us. Baka makapag 6th, 7th, 8th album din kami, and then someone might find their new favorite Ben&Ben song there. So new music is always so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's what's exciting about listening to a band that you love. Parang you can trust them to make something kahit sobrang iba that you'll still enjoy. So, yeah.
Mismo yan.
So you guys, speaking of new, I guess this is like a new chapter na mention mo nga kanina, Miguel. I mean, you guys are all in different phases of your life now. Some of you are married, some of you are engaged. So like, how has that changed the music and yung chemistry nyo as a band and the direction where you're taking the band?
Oh, I think that those kinds of change affects both the way that, yung less artful things, yung mas logistics and everything. And also, but more importantly then, the way that we make music. Of course, I think especially when yung mga life changes na ganyan happen, you definitely need a lot more time than you used to taking care of your personal life. So that definitely changed. For the better though, kasi something that we also eventually learned to value, your life outside your work. So for us, that kind of change happened as these new chapters happened in our lives. But it's nice though, kasi when we go back to our work, sobrang iba rin yung insights and yung mapapasok mo doon sa, lalo na sa paggawa ng music, sa palagay ko. Doon naman sa music, I think masarap siya kasi yung mga panibagong insights, lumalabas siya sa mga bagong kanta eh. Na probably if we were the same people as say 5 years ago, or like being very different people rather from 5 years ago, the way that you look at life and the world is also very different. And probably a lot of our new music from this point forward, maririnig nyo kung ano yun. Kung ano yun in terms of like yung lyrics and in terms of like yung sound and everything. You want to say something?
Tsaka I think yung pati dun sa mga songs na nirelease na namin in the past, parang pag nasa bagong phase ka, nakaka-relate ka sa same song, pero iba yung meaning para sa'yo.
Totoo yun. Tapos, masaya din siya sa totoo lang kasi at some point, probably in our first or second year, most of us or all of us had the realization that we will be doing this for a while. Like, we'll be sticking together for a while. And isa sa mga like mini or the actually large dreams namin ay, darating yung time na magkaka-asawa na tayo, tas magkakapamilya na tayo, ganyan. Tapos, habang gig, tatakbo-takbo sila sa
Aww.
stage. Wow, hindi.
Yung anak ko iinumin yung orange juice ng anak mo.
Oh, okay lang.
Kaaway pala eh.
Kaaway pala sila. Pero yeah, like, as the family grows, the relationships grow too. So we love that about like change in life. So yun.
Ganda. Nakaka-excite naman yung day na nagtatakbuhan ng mga anak niyo sa stage?
Sa
Habang
third
nagpe-perform
song.
kayo?
Sila na yung magte-text sa atin. Pinagtrabaho.
Grabe, no? Kaya pala kayo nag-anak. Nagtrabahuin.
Pero yun,
I-add ko lang.
excited kami dun sa future namin in different chapters as we continue to grow.
So speaking of the future, wait lang.
Ay,
Ano meron?
Hindi, add,
Ay, sorry.
Hindi, okay lang. Hindi, add ko lang actually. Kasi nga, parang, connected din sa question mo. Parang ako naman yung observation ko, parang after, kasi di ba after living together for almost 2 years, nung bumalik na kami ulit sa kanya-kanyang lives namin, parang sobrang bumilis din yung growth namin as a group. Kasi individually, parang dahil kanya-kanya kami ng, as you said, iba-iba kami ng stages ng life ngayon. So parang as a group din, bumilis din yung growth tsaka maturity. Kagaya no, kasama na yung yung relationship namin, yung kailangan naming mas magkaintindihan ngayon kasi iba-iba kami ng oras, iba-iba kami ng mga things to attend to sa personal time namin. So yun, parang I think yun yung exciting. Kasi kapag may growth kami individually, so nagre-reflect din yun sa group, imposibleng hindi siya mag-reflect sa music eh. So,
Maganda.
kasama siya dun sa growth namin. Yeah.
So parang one of you grows and then all of you grow with that person and the music grows.
Right.
And everyone grows.
Yes.
Masaya naman.
Yeah. Sana.
So parang,
Soon grows.
I am Groot.
so speaking of like growth and the future nga, like what's next for you?
Oh,
Before the kids, I mean, what's next in the immediate future?
we're working on a lot of new music, but we're not rushing it though. Kasi yun nga eh, parang tinitignan namin kung saan siya papunta musically. Pero there are a lot of songs that at some point will be out there, along with our shot at trying to go for our dreams in terms of like sharing our music to different people. So in a way, hindi naman siya naiiba sa kung ano na yung ginagawa namin, which is to write music and to perform it. However, now, for example, like with some shows already happening in other places we've never been to, we also dream of that happening more, but at the same time, trying to be better in terms of like music and the shows that we put to those who have supported us since day one dito. Kaya yun, siguro para lang maset yung goal publicly. Ang goal namin talaga ay galingan at gandahan yung mga show at yung mga kanta at i-share yun sa mas marami pang mga tao.
So new music and gagalingan nyo pa. That's what's in the cards
Right.
for now. So we're down to your last song. This one is from 2020, sa Susunod na Habang Buhay. I just want to ask, since na-mention nyo nga kanina na nagbabago yung meaning ng song every time you play it, since this song is like 3 years old now, nagbago ba yung meaning nito
Oh yes.
since you released it?
Definitely.
In what way?
Nung sinulat yung kantang to, I think it came from a place of so much pain because of something that happened in life during that time. And now that it's, 3 years, and the thing about pain is if you just allow time to pass, of course, different timings for different people, but definitely in a much better place right now. I would say the song is kind of like a bookmark of that time nung sinulat siya. But you also are thankful that you've been through it at the same time. Kasi kung hindi ka nag-grow. So, yun. And seeing it also meaning a lot to so many people, is such a great feeling for us because we feel like it helps them get through whatever they're going through. Na sana someday, 3 years later, after they first discover the song, and they are in much better places, they would also see their past selves na, hey, you know, I'm in a much better place right now, and I'm grateful for that.
Nice. All right, before you get into it, thank you guys for
Thank you. Thank you,
being
Rappler.
here. And always
Thanks,
putting a show
Rappler.
when you're here. Like, sobrang enjoy palagi.
Thank you. Salamat. Kami rin. Sobrang nag-enjoy kami.
And to everyone who's tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Again, tweet us, hashtag Ben&Ben x Rappler. And yeah, this is Ben&Ben with their final song for this episode, Sa Susunod na Habang Buhay.
Kaya namang makayanan kahit pa na nahihirapan, kahit lungkot dumaraan. Pag natuyo na ang luha, parang lahipan ang iyong kandila. Init ay wala, hindi ba pangako mo nung unang tiwala, ingatan? Baka naman sa susunod na habang buhay di talaga inasahan magkagulo, magkagulatan, tahanan pinagpaguran. Sana napunta, hindi ba pangako mo nung una, tiwala'y ingatan? Baka naman sa susunod na habang hindi ba pangako mo nung una, tiwala'y ingatan? Baka naman sa susunod na habang buhay at kahit napagana ng oras, ang puso may nabutas, ikaw pa rin sa susunod na habang buhay. Ikaw pa sa susunod na habang buhay, na habang
Oh, isa pa?
Dami pang gustong sabihin, ngunit wag na lang muna. Hintayin na lang ang hangin, tangayin ng salita. Wag mo akong sisihin, mahirap ang tumaya. Dagat ay sisisirin kahit